Janeiro. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the London Monarchs taking on the Desperados of Rio de Janeiro. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the 8th-year passer, two-time Pro Bowler from Mississippi State, Dak Prescott.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Here's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And bringing them out is one of the most exciting players in the NFL every season, a former MVP. It's Lamar Jackson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And the numbers for Andrews last week, 12 catches, 117 yards.
3rd in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong number. That means he's being consistent each and every time out.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Draymond Jones. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game. First down, here's Mitchell. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Play action. Now Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Now the Rio offense set to take over. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Prescott on first down. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Prescott yet again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Cooper's first catch, and good for a first down. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game of their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles, really put it on those receivers.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
And now this offense comes back. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now the first carry for Zach Moss. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. That's complete to Traylon Burks. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. Here's Prescott. He gets it to Burks again. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that was going to be off target and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, first down. Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game?
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Following the interception, here's Prescott. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Prescott. Touchdown! Traylon Burks. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Desperados post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They are, for the moment, the best team in football, 9-0 entering play here. And, Charles, I don't know if we'd call them a surprise 9-0, but the way that they have been winning definitely opened up a lot of eyes around the NFL.
Well, what we've seen from them so far this season, you can't stop them on offense. You can't score on them on defense. So, to me, if you're going to play against them, you have to bring your best game and hope they throw a clunker in that day to give yourself a chance.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. In motion right is Brown. Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, London.
Right back to Mitchell here. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. From the 35, here's a 2nd down and 9. Running left, here's Mitchell. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Hard throw, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways. To throw is Jackson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. And the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the second quarter.
And a lot of that is pride, because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
He probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward. Prescott now. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Throwing. Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust. And
Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. Taken down at the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Play action. It's Jackson. That's over the middle and caught by Mingo. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 5-yard line. They run over center with Mitchell. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now Jackson. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Harris. Trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. They try to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they got another play in their pocket, They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
They run for it with Harris, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That pass taken in by Burks. And they'll get him down up past the 15. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside for just a moment. A first down throw for Prescott. And brought in downfield by Burks. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Prescott. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
To the air again, Prescott. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Final play of the half. Prescott to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start by heading out west to Glendale, Arizona. And that one getting close to halftime with the Falcons out in front. 2 touchdowns there for Saquon Barkley. From there, we'll take a trip east to check on the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Bryce Young leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get over to Inglewood, see what's happening with the Chargers at home at SoFi Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. Mike Evans, a touchdown reception. It was the veteran quarterback Dak Prescott who had it working in the first half. His touchdown pass is the only score of the game thus far, as his guys hold a 7-0 lead to this point.
Now Jones. Jones now on the return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And taken down just shy of the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw there complete to Hamler. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now it's Jackson. And going right back to Hamler. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10.
There on the coverage.
Throwing is Jackson. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They go play action now. Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Here's Jackson. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley Cox. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. And it's caught. Touchdown. Mark Andrews from 3 yards out. And the Monarchs are an extra point away from evening this one up. It took them a little while, but they are on the board here in this 3rd quarter, and now with a chance to tie this up.
And it gives them a chance to exhale just a little bit, right? Because most of the time, if your first points come in the second half, you're often hopelessly out of the game, but not in this case. Now they have something to build on and a chance to mount a comeback.
Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. A 10-play drive that time. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Ballantyne now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle made there by Drew Sanders.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Prescott. That's out wide here for Robinson. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw. Prescott. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. London about set to take over on offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Jackson on 1st down. Out route, and it's complete to Brown.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
10 yards.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
At the 36-yard line.
Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Monarchs.
A short throw caught by Andrews. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson.
And he'll go right back to Andrews.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 4. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
They go play action with Jackson. That is caught.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Now it's Jackson. That's caught by Mingo right side.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. The kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Now the Rio offense set to take over. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
And really a nice job there to make something out of that run. Sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4.
2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Prescott from the gun. Pressure comes and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Throwing, Prescott.
Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they
lose him in the middle of the field. If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 2nd and 4. They can still get a first down without scoring. Prescott now. Checks this one down to Robinson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. To throw is Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better, 2 weeks.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Third and 20. Here's Jackson to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Now the Rio offense set to take over. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. A 1st down throw for Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. From the 41, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 41-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Prescott now, option right. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Another big hitter there, this this one good for 18.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Play action now. Prescott. And that is incomplete.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
A 29-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. London about set to take over on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On second down, here's Jackson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On third down, Jackson. And now another one thrown incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5.
Now the Rio offense set to take over. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. On first down, they'll start out with Moss.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
It's Drew Sanders who diagnosed that play and stopped him short of the line.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Moss on the give up the middle.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Now Prescott.
And he is going to have a first down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle but wind up winning the ball game.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off. But they do know that in the future, they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for Rio, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Londoners, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.